So there are a couple of reasons why I have a preference for Perdoo, and when I think it matches what the client is looking for, I will recommend it. Number one, I think Perdoo has done a very good job at guiding the user through writing high quality OKRs. So putting like features there that are needed without crowding it too much with features that are not needed. For example, I really appreciate the difference between key results or initiatives, because this is something where we all get stuck on all the time, and the tool acknowledges that and solves for that. It is useful and it is simple. It has really good prompts next to each field that are very helpful. Really great help center content, very much aligned with how I used OKRs for years at Google, how I coach my clients today. And a really good tool that has this balance of keeping it simple, but also addressing the parts where we often get stuck. So when I look at whether something is working for my client or not, I look at, are they using it, right? And what I can tell you is that with my clients that have switched to Perdoo, either from a spreadsheet or from another tool, they're all still using Perdoo. There are, if they did it as a pilot where there were a few users first, like a couple of layers, they're opening it up to more users, and that they don't reach out to me as often, which is a really, really good sign, because I can see that the quality is there and I can see that they're becoming independent and getting on the rhythm. So in terms of usage, I can see that this is really working for them. So on the question of using OKRs to manage individual performance, it's a resounding no. You should not use OKRs for managing individual performance. Doing that is the equivalent of driving a Ferrari on first gear when you could be going on the fifth gear. It takes away from the power of the methodology. My preference is to keep OKRs on a separate tool that is focused on strategy, and to not keep it on the same tool where you're doing performance management, because I think that in doing so, it really invites this confusion that these two things are dependent on one another when they're not. We don't want to use OKRs for performance management. And this is also my bias having worked at Google for many years. For us, our OKR tool was something that was very simple. It was separate. It's this North Star that is over there. It's separate from the place where you do project management. It's separate from the place where you do performance check-ins. It's a clean, unique place.